So the Kiernan sisters, to this day, my cousins call him Sweet Uncle William, S-U-W.
Yeah.
Suzanne has described my dad as humble and chivalrous. My mom likes to recount a story, this is back at Newton College, their senior year, where my dad would always offer to drive her downtown to the Boston Public Library so she could work on her thesis. It's like, I think that scored points with Emily. More recently, he's been the president not only of the Fort Orange Club, but here at Schuyler Meadows. If you live in Albany, that's like a really good resume booster. Mike O'Higgins has described my dad as an older brother of sorts. And I think Steve Simmons put it best when he said, Bill is a great father, husband, and person of utmost integrity. And that phrase, utmost integrity, it sticks with me, right? Something that's a core part of my dad. And for him, it's not just about doing the right thing when the world is watching. It's doing the right thing when no one else is watching. So here's a story that epitomizes that and my dad. And so back in the academy years, there was a janitor, Tom will remember him, Francis. And Francis was 4 feet tall, 5 feet wide, affable guy, not all the way verbal and had some challenges. He was the type of person that many people would find easy to overlook, even though he was always around. Right? So there's one cold winter night, cold dark night in Albany. My dad and I were driving out of the field house, and out of the corner of our eye, we noticed Francis running after his city bus, and he missed it. The bus pulled away without him. And my dad stopped, turned the car right around, pulled over, said, "Francis, you get in up front, Chris, get in back." And off we went. And Francis was able to show us where he lives. And so you think, how many academy dads can say they've been to Francis's house? Not too many, right? And this wasn't something that my dad was seeking credit for or thought was a big deal. This is just this helpfulness, this integrity. This is just part of his way of life. So more recently, when he visits us in Virginia, he's always quick to fix things around the house. If we blink, he's escaping outside, he's checking Suzanne's car, he's putting air in the tires. He's always looking for ways he can help us with Avery and Will. And so I'd like to think I was born with a good sense of humor. But I can't say I was born with the innate ability and drive to quietly do good deeds for other people. But at least not the quietly part. Right? And so as I've grown, I've observed this. And this is something that I've tried to emulate in my life as a husband, a parent, a friend, a colleague. And sometimes I find myself thinking, WWPD. What would Pops do? Well, he'd probably take out his garbage even though it wasn't his turn or his night to do it. He'd go out of his way to help a friend. He'd speak up about the commission check he got that was too big and a mistake was made, even though that extra zero sure would come in handy. And so you think about the union of my mom, my dad, humor and integrity. You take that and you put it together. What do you get?
You two.
Well,
It's 50 years.
you get it's okay. It's your night. It's your night. Yeah. You kind of get a roadmap or a guide for life, right? If you really peel back the onion and you think about it. If you're having a bad day, you're having a bad week, you're down, keep that sense of humor, try to have a laugh about it. You'll feel better. If you come to a fork in a road and you're not sure what decision to make, what path to take the one that's more honest and that's more true. And these are things that Tom and I have been blessed to be shown as examples. So with that, that's my 8 minutes. Thank you, Mom and Dad. We love you.